In this section, we're going to be talking about the M12 AIRSNAKE. For some clogs, it can be really difficult to get that cable machine through that drain cover and those really tight traps. And in those scenarios, we recommend using the M12 AIRSNAKE drain cleaning air gun. This is the industry's first power-to-air pipe clearing solution that's going to do a really nice job at clearing through those drain covers and those really tight P-traps in fixtures. This tool is going to be able to build up to 50 psi, allowing you to clear up to 35 feet down the line in 1 to 4 inch drain lines. The way this tool works is you're going to build up that air pressure and it's going to come in contact with the water that you already have in that pipe, and it's going to create a tidal wave. And that tidal wave is going to work its way through the fixture into the drain line where you have that clog, and it's going to do a nice job at breaking apart that clog, but also help flush out the walls where a lot of that residue is going to start to build up and cause that slow moving drain. In this application that we have here, we have a pedestal sink that's going to be really difficult to get that cable machine through. So your only option is either going to be removing this whole fixture to get to the drain line or use the M12 AIRSNAKE. So what we're going to do here is we're going to build up the pressure to about 15 psi using our variable pressure gauge. Once we've selected that right pressure that we can control, we're going to press and hold that side button for 3 seconds. Once the tool has built up that pressure, we're going to make sure that we have the right attachment on. In this case, we have our 1-inch plug that's going to have a 15-degree offset. And why that's going to be nice for this scenario is it's going to give you a really good seal, but it's also going to give you that angle so you're able to work around those fixed faucets. So before we use the tool, we're going to do 2 things. One, we're going to run the water to make sure that that drain line is holding water, because that's what's going to be clearing the clog. And then we're going to take our rag and we're going to cover any overflows. This is important because you want to make sure that air and that water are making their way through the drain line, not coming up through any of those exposures. Now that I've made sure that I have the seal, I'm going to cover my overflows, put some pressure on that drain line, and fire the tool. Once you fire the tool, you want to run the water to see if you've cleared it. If you haven't and it's still holding water, you're going to repeat that application, but it's always important to start with that low pressure and work your way up as you fire the tool. Sometimes your most common clogs are going to occur in your most uncommon scenarios. In this situation, what we see here often is people flushing things like coffee grounds and other liquids because they're unable to find a sink and they just go to the first drain that they see. So with this application, the M12 AIRSNAKE is going to be the best solution. And we're going to use this universal drain shroud, which is going to do a really good job at giving you a good seal on those drains that have the crosshairs, maybe different shapes, or even have that permanent plug where you need a little bit more access. So I'm going to attach my universal drain shroud to the tool. Once I've done that, I'm going to use my variable pressure gauge to build up to about 15 psi. Hold for 3 seconds. Now that I have that pressure built up, I'm going to be able to address my clog. It's always important to remember that you're going to want to have that rag to cover any overflows to make sure that water and air stays in the drain line. And then you also want to make sure that you're running the water to make sure that the drain line actually has the water that's going to end up clearing that drain line. So now that I have my plug covered and I've got water in the drain line, I'm going to address my clog, make sure that I have a good seal on that access point, and fire the tool. Sometimes you're not going to be able to clear this on the first shot, so having that automatic pressure gauge is going to allow you to quickly and repeatedly build up that pressure. This tool is going to allow you to clear up to 35 feet down the line and really eliminate the need to take out those fixtures, and it's going to be a really good first line of defense tool, so you don't always have to pull out that cable machine to clear those clogs.